Hello Riddim kids of the community and festival goers alike. I'm the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Northern Invasion 2022, aka the Riddim Olympics. I went to this function in 2020 and it was fucking insane, and when I saw the lineup come out this year, I was blown away. It is a stacked lineup as expected, but this year we have two dates, that's right, 2 days of fire dubstep and Riddim, and arguably the Riddim capital of the world, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the artists in the lineup, we're going to be talking about the venue, we're going to be talking about my experience from last year because it was fucking insane. And we're going to be talking about travel restrictions to make sure anyone coming from outside of Canada can do so and not miss this banger of a function, because it is the fucking Riddim party of 2022. I'm telling you that right now. So if you're a Riddim kid, do not fucking miss this shit. So enjoy the intro. Let's get into this video.
Can I get a year?
I'm the Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, Canada fam, can I get a year? What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another video. For those of you guys who do not know me, I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that revolves around music festivals and live music going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and Riddim, which we are going to be talking about a lot of today. But if you are not following me at a festival or show, probably sitting with me here at this desk getting life hacks, trick tips, festival reviews, lineup reviews, EDM news, controversial debates, and any other words of advice I can give to you guys to make sure you can have the best festival going experience possible. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get to why we're here, the Riddim Olympics, Northern Invasion 2022. And I want to start this video by talking about my experience last year, because this came up out of nowhere. I had seen the talk about it, I had seen the lineup, but I was just like, the thought of going to Canada was just unfathomable and this and that. And then when we kind of started looking into it actually and like, you know, thought about going, we're like, yo, this shit's only 5.5, 6 hours away, we could do this. And then basically the day of the show, we were like, yo, do you want to go? Me and Bree were like, yo, do you want to go? And we were like, fuck it, and bought a ticket, left at 3 o'clock, got to Canada by 9 o'clock, partied till like 2 a.m., and then drove back 6 hours to do whatever we had to do the next day. So it was the fullest of sends, and we drove in one of Montreal's like biggest storms. Like, bro, it was, the roads were white. We saw tractor trailers and shit on the side of the road coming up. Our 6-hour drive ended up taking 8 hours, but it was fucking so worth it because that fucking function was insane. The energy was unmatched, high knees everywhere, it was all good vibes, and that fucking crowd was crazy, the production was crazy, and it was just packed out front to back, beginning to end. I got there late as fuck because of all the snow and the travel and the border and this and that. It ended up being a fucking mission and a half, but like I said, it was so worth it. It was such a fun vlog, such a adventurous vlog, and it was just like, just watch it, you know what I'm saying? Like the video speaks for itself. A picture's worth 1,000 words, well, a video is worth a fucking million, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just have nothing but positive things to say about that adventure, that function, the hospitality, and even after the fact, you know, the Alpha Squadron dudes reached out to me, they loved the video, and I want, you know, show love, get love on this channel, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make another video for them to talk about the lineup, because I don't think I did that last year. I just straight up went. And this year being 2 days, we have a lot more artists, and you know, a lineup like this, it's kind of hard to do because it's like, it's all Riddim, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. So a lot of these artists I've never seen, which is crazy too, and a lot of these artists are coming from all different parts of the world. So it's just a super stacked event, and it's kind of like a once in a lifetime event. Not once in a lifetime, but like, this is, like I said, it's the one for the year, because you are not going to get this many acts like this in the same building probably ever again this year. Like, these are the up-and-comers, these are fresh acts, and they don't come around often. So I don't know how the fuck Alpha Squadron pulls this off, but they be getting the most freshest up-and-coming, you know, young bucks that are, you know, and it's, again, crazy for me to see, like, seeing all these artists on this lineup, like Azabim and Dobza and Nossphere, and you know, like, these are all people that just I see on SoundCloud. I never really know anything else about them, and now I'm gonna see them like come to life, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a crazy kind of realization, because I don't know what these dudes look like, I don't know how old they are, I don't know anything about them except their music, and from seeing it on SoundCloud. I've never checked out their Spotify, and it's just so crazy how many artists I haven't seen and how many artists I've just been like, it's just, the lineup is so well curated. All these artists that are on here are buzzing and are fresh. They are new. They haven't been around a lot. They haven't been to the US even. So That's why I went last year, was because there were so many names that I was probably never going to see again, like Ionix and Akira and fucking Subfiltronic. And this year we have a couple of those names on here again. So let's take a look at this lineup and talk about this 2-day extravaganza, because this shit is fucking crazy. And this year, with it being 2 days, it looks like they kind of, diversified it a little bit, because last year it was just straight rhythm, and this year we have a little bit of like heavy dubstep infused artists, mainly being the one that day one comes to mind the most, with Dak Daniels and Point Blank headlining, and Akira as well. Definitely more kind of like heavier artists. Akira definitely is more of a rhythm artist, and Point Blank could even fall into that rhythm category as well. But they definitely have more of a heavy, kind of like metallic, just more angry, heavier sound, to say the least. But all three of those dudes are fucking OGs: Dak Daniels, Point Blank, and Akira. 3 fucking dons. And, ironically enough, when I think of Dak Daniels or Point Blank, I don't think of rhythm all that much. So day one could kind of be more my vibe in a sense, because kind of just got more into the heavier side. I still love rhythm, but I got more selective with it. And I don't eat, sleep, and breathe rhythm, you know what I'm saying? I just like certain kind. I like the heavy shit, I like the bouncy shit. And, but I fucking love it live. It's just the energy live is unmatched. And it sucks because a lot of the rhythm functions I would go to, or a lot of the venues that were being held at, are no longer here. So I have not gotten to go out and get my daily dose of rhythm like I used to. And so it's kind of unfortunate. But I do gotta shout out Connecticut Live. They're probably the only people putting on for the rhythm community in my area right now. And unfortunately, I have not gotten to get to one of those events, but I'm overdue for one of those. So now we talked about Dak Daniels, Point Blank, and Akira. Those are the headlines for day one. Let's look into the support, and just again all around the support. This whole entire show is going to be stacked start to finish. And I wasn't there early last year, but I was watching Who Is Brian's review, and he was saying this shit was packed out from the doors, front to back. That shit was packed out from the beginning. So this is going to be a stacked show all day. Don't fucking miss it. Don't show up late like we do in the US, showing up 3 hours into the show. Like, no, get there early, because these are acts you're not going to want to miss, and you're probably not going to get to see very often, or maybe even ever again in any near future. That didn't make sense grammatically, but you know what I mean. All right, let's do this shit. We have Madcore, who I'm not all that familiar with. Definitely a rhythm dude, but kind of all different, I guess, subgenres of rhythm. I was looking at his page, and it's a little bit of everything. Muerte is definitely more on the heavier side. Kind of has a sudden death void vibe, just very heavy, stompy, aggressive, kind of that like metallic tear out kind of vibe. Then we have Obey, who is a rhythm OG, repping Monsters. Don't have to say much about him. And we have Small B, who is someone who has been really buzzing. He has been on my radar of rhythm kids doing it. Like I just see him on my SoundCloud all the time. I see him getting booked. And he's just someone in the rhythm community that I've seen buzzing, grinding, and making a name for himself. So big fucking ups to Small B. We also have Squishy doing the same thing, bro. I've been seeing a lot of Squishy on, getting booked and just playing all over the place. And what's crazy about Squishy is I knew him even before he was Squishy, I feel like. And he was just a New York homie, always at the shits, always getting down. And I have footage of him playing a little house party, you know what I'm saying, just for fun. And like to see him move to LA and fucking basically living with a bunch of producers, I'm pretty sure, and just doing it, like, he fucking made it. He's doing it. So big up to Squishy. And I'm hyped to fucking see you, because I had decided that we're going, for the record. I didn't really state that in the beginning, but I wasn't sure if I could go because of the travel restrictions. But once I looked at there were travel restrictions and realized that I could go without too much stress and, work, I said, fuck it, we have to go, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime lineup. Not once in a lifetime, but this is the lineup of the year. I'm promising I'm not going to see fucking Muerte and Automate and Azabim and Dabza and Nossphere. I'm not going to see those dudes probably at all in the US this year. So I got to take my opportunity now to see them in Canada, in Montreal, with a fucking lit-ass crowd for a fucking lit-ass weekend. So last person here on support we have is Warned, who is actually a Philly native, I believe. Definitely holding it down for the East Coast and has been doing this shit for a long time. So nice to see him on here getting some respects and credibility. And that sums up our day one lineup. And like I said, it's fresh, it's heavy. They have a lot of talent. All these artists on here can kind of make a little bit of everything. And I am super stoked on this day one lineup. So now we get into day two. And this is where it's like rhythm. As we can see, we have Infect headlining, and we have Ominous sub-headlining. And we have Neonix as like the direct support if we were going to be EDM grammatical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But This is where the rhythm comes in, because when I think of rhythm, I think of Infect and Ominous. And unfortunately, it's like the rhythm that they're making now is not the rhythm that I liked when I got into rhythm. It was just that, like, that fucking OG rhythm, bro. Like Wonton Bass, Rhythm for Dummies, fucking Orgalorg, like all of that fucking, that OG 2016 rhythm shit. That's the rhythm that I still fuck with and still mix, and that's what I want to hear. And I probably am going to hear a lot of it, because fucking last year, again, I'm not like balls deep in the rhythm scene. I don't eat, sleep, and breathe rhythm, but I know what I like, and I like my rhythm, and I like a lot of these artists, and I listen to a lot of these artists, and actually play out a lot of these artists as well. So it's just going to be crazy to see them live, and like I said, it's going to be crazy to kind of put a face to the name and see these SoundCloud artists come to life and see them perform live. So the only person I'm not too familiar with, honestly, is Neonix. I just fucking missed him. He opened up with Sudden Death, and in Philly, there was Uber Back-to-Back Ominous and Guppy and Somnium Sound, and I was most hyped to see Neonix because I didn't get to see him at Lost Lands. So I'm definitely hyped to see Neonix. I'm not really sure what he's going to bring, honestly, but I know he's been buzzing and killing it, and that's definitely a set I am amped for. So now we get into the support here for day 2, and again, these are artists I'm so amped for. Automate being one of them. I have been fucking with Automate for so long, and to see him play this, it's just like, yes, bro. I have downloaded so many tunes, played so many of his tracks, and I'm just a really big fan of his tune, his sound design. His shit is just so swingy and high energy, and it's like a nice fuse of like rhythm and dubstep. Like, it has melodies of rhythm but sounds of dubstep, if that makes sense, and I just really fuck with it. Really think it's high energy. Next up, we have Azabim, who is just like, that's the dubstep I fucking like. Been a fan of him forever, and he's just one of those dudes where every fucking song, edit, bootleg, remix he made, I fucked with it, and it was that fucking rhythm sound I like and enjoy. Dabza, again, like, what the fuck, bro? I never thought I'd be seeing Dabza, but here we are, fucking all the way from France, I'm pretty sure. And that was the other thing I kind of mentioned it a little bit, but all of these dudes are from everywhere, bro. We have artists from France, Belgium, the Netherlands. You have a few US artists, but not many. A lot of these artists are international artists, and to have them all under one roof for the same weekend is going to be fucking insane. I don't even want to know or think about what the after party is going to look like, because Montreal is going to be fucking lit February 11th and 12th, bro. I'm telling you. So, yeah. Automate, Azabim, and Dubs are right there, bro. Like, that could be a fucking day for me in itself, and it's going to be fucking crazy. But we have more. We have the Dons, Flicks Back-to-Back Modus, which is going to be fucking insane. And I don't think I've ever seen a Flicks Back-to-Back Modus set, honestly. I know they're fucking putting on a crazy show. I have heard nothing but good things, and I listen to both of them. You know, in my free time, I download a bunch of the music. I play it out. I mix it a bunch. So yeah, definitely hyped on that to finally check it off the bucket list. And then we have Nospear again, who has been killing it. Kind of strikes me more as a dubstep act, so I kind of feel like we're going to be getting more heavy sounds from him. Same with Dubs, I don't know if I mentioned that, both more on the heavier side. But Azabim, Flicks, and Modus going to be giving you that fucking rhythm, that just like OG core rhythm. That's all I can say about that. And then last on here, we have the fucking homie Zuba. And I have had the pleasure of meeting Zuba and actually shooting for him at Bigfoot Electro in Tennessee. And then I met him and saw him play at Lost Lands again a little bit. And he's just such a humble dude. And it's so nice to see him on a fucking massive lineup like this, because I dude does not get enough credit. And he just grinds so hard. And it's nice to see him next to all these fucking big names, because he has been slept on for a minute. So yeah, man, that is Northern Invasion 2022. I promise you guys, you're going to be getting all aspects of rhythm, and it's not going to be just one sound all night. Like, it is going to be just a whole melting pot of dubstep, rhythm, melodic, future, fucking poly rhythm. Like, we're going to be getting a little bit of everything. It's going to be a crazy night, and I promise we're going to be getting a bunch of IDs, a bunch of plays, and it's going to be fucking insane. And yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. So if you guys are thinking about going to Northern Invasion 2022, definitely check out the link in the description box below to follow the guys with Alpha Squadron on Facebook, Instagram. There's SoundCloud, which is lit if you guys need new music, and they also just made an Instagram account dedicated to the whole entire Northern Invasion event. Also in the description box, you'll be able to find a link to tickets if you guys are thinking about making that full send and pulling the trigger, but do not pull the trigger before doing research on finding out the travel restrictions to and from Canada, because it would suck if you drove all this way to the border or bought a flight and then got to the border or got to your flight and they said, hey, you can't get on, you can't cross because you don't have a vaccine card or a COVID test. So as a fully vaccinated traveler, information I was able to find out was as long as I got both doses of the vaccine and could provide a negative COVID test within 72 hours of my departure to Canada, and could also prove my vaccination with the vaccination card or uploading it to the Arrive Canada app, I would have no problem getting into Canada. Now, getting back into the US, they are limiting non-essential travel, which is basically tourism travel, recreational travel, but because I'm a US citizen with my legal travel documents coming back into the US, I'm considered exempt and will have no problem getting back into the US from Canada. So these things differ between each applicant. For example, like I said, I'm fully vaccinated, but if you're only partially vaccinated or not vaccinated at all, these will vary between each case. So do the research. I will provide links that I use to find my information in the description box as well. So with all this being said, I hope you guys come to Northern Invasion. I hope to see you guys there, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a lot of information, and the COVID shit makes it a little bit more challenging, but the fullest of sense is about to go down. This is a show you do not want to miss, and I will definitely be there as long as everything goes according to plan. So thank you guys for watching. I love you. I'll see you for the next one very soon. Peace.